A good day to everybody viewing this video. I am Mrs. C. Borges Lamba and I will be teaching you the organs of the Indian government, the legislature. Now, before I begin this chapter, the important points that I need to make clear to you is please keep a pencil with you because there are going to be a lot of important words and points that you should underline. They are the key words. And you also need to learn the new words in this chapter as I read along and I explain. There's a little column on different pages which has new words written. They are mini definitions. They have to be learned by heart. I will read this chapter, I will explain, and if there is any point where you cannot understand or you want me to repeat it or explain it again, please give me your feedback because that's very important for me to be able to teach this chapter more effectively. To begin with, let me just give you an idea of what the government is all about. See, the government is divided into three major sections. One is the legislature, one is the executive, and one is the judiciary. Now, when we are going to study civics, the first chapter that we'll be taking up is the legislature. What is the legislature? What all is involved? The composition of the legislature? Who all are there? How does it function? This is what we're going to be studying in this chapter. But what you may be wondering is, what is legislature? Now see, like I said, the government has to be completely organized and it has to run smoothly so that the people of the country benefit. The Indian government is divided into the legislature, like I said, the executive and the judiciary. The legislature takes care, or rather it makes the laws which the people or the citizens of the country have to follow. The executive, whatever laws have been made by the legislature, the executive consists of the people who make sure those laws are followed. And the judiciary is that section of the government where if a person violates the law or if they do not follow the law, they break the law, the judiciary decides how they have to be penalized or punished or what amount of fine they have to pay if they are proven guilty. Now, when you're studying the government, very carefully and very gradually, we have to take section by section. So first we're going to talk about, we're going to study about the people who make the laws. The people who make the laws, the body that makes the laws is known as the legislature. Governing a country involves many activities. For example, the government is responsible for, number one, ensuring security to the citizens. Number two, providing facilities for education and health to all. Number three, it collects taxes. And number four, spends the money thus raised on the administration, defense and development programs. Number five, it formulates and implements several welfare schemes. Number six, some persons have to take decisions on how to go about these activities. Number seven, others have to implement these decisions. Number eight, if disputes arise on these decisions or in their implementation, there should be someone to determine what is right and what is wrong. Now see, what we've read in the first is the entire functioning of the government. The rules are made, some people take care that the rules are followed, and if the rules are violated, there has to be someone who decides what kind of punishment or whether they are violated or not. There has to be a judiciary, like the judges have to be there. This is what I gave you and what I explained to you in the beginning. So to attend to all these tasks, several arrangements are made in all modern democracies. Such arrangements are called institutions. So like you have the lawmaking body, you have the executing body and the judiciary body. These are all called institutions. They make sure that whatever function they are expected to perform, they are performed effectively. Institutions of the government. The union government works through its three main organs, the legislature, the executive, and number three, judiciary. Now on the right hand side of the page, you will see new words, institution. The definition is important. An organization founded for a religious, educational, professional, or social purpose. That means there is a purpose behind why they have been formed. Now we're going to study about the legislature. The legislature. It consists of the representatives elected by the people with powers to enact laws for the country. Number one, this organ can change or amend the constitution if necessary. Now, the constitution is what? The laws that are listed where people have to follow. Supposing there's a law that is, it might have been made many years ago, but in present time it doesn't serve the purpose, or it doesn't work according to the present time. So what happens is those laws have to be amended, they have to be changed, they have to be made or have to be improved so that they benefit the people in the present day. Point number two, the legislature controls the income and the expenditure of the government. No new tax can be levied without the legislature's permission. It also sanctions all the expenditures of different government departments. Now see that they're just giving us a briefing about the three different main functions that the legislature performs. One, if there's any law it needs to change or make, that's the legislature decides. Second, it decides how much money has to be, when the government has to perform certain functions, it needs money. So from where it gets the money, it requests or it takes money from the people in the form of taxes. Now if a tax has to be increased or the amount has to be decreased, the legislator is the one who decides whether that tax should be implemented, whether that tax should be done away with, whether the taxation amount should be increased or reduced. Number three, legislature controls the executive. Now, the people or the institution that makes sure the rules are followed is the executive. But who controls the executive is the legislature, because they are the ones that make the law. And the ones who make the law have to make sure that the people who are following it correctly or not, or the people who are making sure that the laws have to be followed are doing it correctly. Understand? Now, the executive. What do we know about the executive? The executive is the organ of the government which executes laws or policies passed in the legislature. If a certain law is made, it's the executive that makes sure that those laws are followed. See, we are making laws for them to be followed. What's the point of making a law if people are not going to follow it? So it's the executive, the people who are involved in the executive, they are the one who make sure that the laws are followed, right? It includes all the government officials from the president, please underline, who all are included in the executive body. The president, the prime minister, the council of ministers, down to the lowest clerks. The executive looks after the administration of the country and carries out the laws. In simple terms, whatever laws have been made, the executive makes sure those laws are followed. Number three, the third organ is the judiciary. All the courts at different levels in a country put together are called the judiciary. It is that branch of the government that administers justice. So you make the law, you make sure the law is followed, and if the law is violated or broken or not followed, there has to be a certain institution that makes sure justice is served correctly. Because laws, it's absolutely pointless if nobody's going to follow the law. And if they're not following the law, then there has to be some kind of firm step taken. There has to be some kind of, punishment where people realize that following the law is extremely important, and if people do not follow the law or they don't take the law seriously, then there are certain repercussions, there are certain results, penalties that they have to face. The main functions of the judiciary are to interpret the laws and to protect the fundamental rights of the citizens. So what does the judiciary does? The judiciary makes sure that whatever laws have been written, people understand what is expected from them. I may make a law, but for normal people to understand what's the purpose behind it, somebody needs to explain. Interpret means to explain what that law means. And also, judiciary's purpose is that if somebody's fundamental rights are violated, your fundamental rights are done in the previous chapters. So if anyone tries to violate your fundamental right, then it is the duty of the judiciary to serve you justice. The guilty have to be punished because they need to stop whatever wrong is being done. Now in this chapter, so far we've understood in brief what the government is all about, and in the next we'll be studying the legislature in detail.